Yeah, I'm still in the carpool lane. But anyway, this is Dino Lamount Bryant, the DLB. Not to be confused with Dino T. Bryant. Look him up. You'll figure out why I want that distinction. But at any rate, I definitely want to get back to you all. So I have a story in regards to the fact that I just sound strange to people. Once again, I'm not 100% sure if it's my accent or the fact that I use words. I call it Ned Flemish. Like Ned Flanders. I called it, if you're from Flanders, which doesn't really exist as a country anymore, but maybe as a region perhaps. But it was, if you're from Flanders, you spoke Flemish. Well, I called it Ned Flemish, and so the story involves, like I said, I'm just a strange sounding fellow. Yeah, that's all it is. The story involves, if you will, going to McDonald's. There's a good chance that I do have an Instagram and Facebook friend whose brother this actually slightly involves. So let's get to the story. So I attended Jacksonville State University in Jacksonville, if you will, Alabama. And hang on a second. In Alabama, Jacksonville, Alabama. Generally, I stayed in the dorm. I believe it was Rowan Hall. I generally stayed in the dorm, and 7 days a week. But every now and then, I would go because of an arrangement I was in. I would go, or a relationship I was in. I would go, if you will, to Gwinnett County, Georgia. And so I went to Gwinnett County, Georgia, every so often. Well, a young man, how old would this fella have been? Maybe 14, maybe 15, I don't know. But anyway, this young man, maybe 14. It was between 14 and 15. Wanted, to get some food from the McDonald's. And so he asked me to go. And so I go. This was probably about a good 20-minute walk to go. So I went, and if you know anything about me, I love walking. So, by all means, gives me a chance to just think. And so I go to this McDonald's and I make my order. Now, I'm telling you that I almost assuredly was talking to this young lady the same way that I am talking in this, in this camera right now. Talking in this video. This young lady was just laughing her fanny off, just laughing. It was just too much for her. Once again, maybe this was a throwback. Maybe I was just too country. And understand that Atlanta, Georgia has changed a bit. In Gwinnett County, along with it. Well, anyway, this young lady was just cracking up. And, and of course, I was a little embarrassed at the time. These days I kind of own it. I'm thinking to myself, well, you know what, if you can't respect me or handle me for who I am, that's really your business. But I was kind of, I was a little sheepish, difficult to, interact with somebody who's just downright laughing at you. Well, anyway, so I get the food, and then I go, a lot of times I'm singing to myself and, just having, just chilling with me, right? I must have been about what would have equated to maybe about 3 blocks, maybe 4 blocks off. Well, so I'm walking, I turn around, and there's this lady. She was probably middle aged. I would reckon that she's maybe in her 50s, if not 60s by now. But this happened about 20 years ago. That's how old, I graduated from Jacksonville State University, my master's degree in 2001. So this goes to show you how old this is. But anyway, and she's just a huffing and a puffing, and she has on a McDonald's manager uniform, and I'm turning around because I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Why is this lady huffing and puffing? Because surely ketchup isn't worth this kind of effort. The lady had informed me that I forgot to pay, which I literally forgot to pay. I mean, because this lady was, because the young lady, and this lady probably was, she might not have been 20. This was a young lady. She was so busy, laughing, at me, and, the way I was talking. So, I just wanted to get out of there, right? and so, I forgot that I didn't give the woman the money. And so, and I walk in there, so I walk back with her, because, I don't want to get over on the lady, and it ain't even my money, and so I get the money, so I come back and she ain't laughing now. She ain't laughing now, right? There's a little piece of me that was laughing. Take that, you dirty rat, She's not a dirty rat. She was actually a very pleasant-looking young lady who just really needed an attitude adjustment. And I gave him the money, and then eventually I came back. I'm not even sure if I told this fella the story of behind this, but it's hard to forget it. So I don't know. But I am who I am. I mean, if I'm just a funny sounding fella who sounds like from a bunch of 50s Hollywood movies or